What's up? I hope that you are all doing well. First off, make sure that you please subscribe to this channel because I post every single day and I don't want you guys to miss any of these channel messages. As well, guys, I want you to please share this video and like it so that more people can see it. And if you know someone who needs to receive these messages, please send them to that person. I'm sure that it will mean a lot to them. All right, guys, so what I want to talk about today really is this idea that our purpose is something that we really need to be able to find, because it's this big important thing in our lives. So, by the way, just want to give you a little bit of background here. So this is coming from someone who literally has a job where I coach people and I help them discover what their purpose is. So here's the thing. I think sometimes people put a lot of pressure on themselves to figure out what their purpose is. And this is really a stressful, hard thing because, first of all, I believe that every person has a couple of soul reasons, literally in your soul, for why you showed up, for being here on this planet. And I feel like even when we are in certain jobs, or we are in certain roles in our lives, or we're just going through certain experiences, we are always still living our purpose, regardless of whether we know what that thing is or not. And the reason is because when you're here, you have full free will and choice, really, of how you are going to express what your soul's purposes are, right? So say if your purpose for being here is to inspire people, right? Say you're here to inspire people to do something specific, I don't know. And you've worked a job where you've been a teacher, you have spent a lot of your life just helping people in your day-to-day life, whether that's helping your family do things, helping people solve conflicts that they have. You're someone who's really positive and you love to spread love to regular strangers that you see on the street every single day. That's something that really is core to you and who you are as a person. And you've always been that way, even maybe when you were a child. And so now you're struggling with things like burnout and recognizing your self-worth. And you're starting to get to a point where you're like, well, what is the point of me being here? And these are very powerful questions to ask ourselves. And it can be really frustrating when we don't have the answers to those questions. And so that's why I'm making sure that you guys understand that, even when you don't exactly know what that purpose is, you can still be carrying that thing out. You being able to show up and be a good person, have positive energy, do all those things that I just said in that example. Those are ways that you literally your whole life have been living this purpose, but you weren't consciously living it because you weren't able to recognize what that purpose was until you got to a certain point in your life. And this can also, I think, become a difficult thing. I think when people think about your purpose just in terms of the kind of job that you have, right? You can carry out your purpose through a specific career path or a business or something amazing that you have, but it goes beyond just that stuff. There are core soul reasons for why we chose to come here on this planet, for why we still choose to stay here and help people and discover and learn new things for ourselves, guys. So I don't want any of you to be too hard on yourselves because you're not able to, at this specific time, articulate what the greater purpose for your life is, because all of us have purposes for this life. All of us are called to learn and experience great things, right? Your soul's purpose as well, right? Like that's always a thing that you're living out, but you have the ability to choose how you're going to live that out, right? Like if your purpose is to inspire people to do something, then I mean realistically there's so many different ways that you could carry out that purpose. I think it's more about listening to yourself and finding alignment. It's about figuring out which path. It's about figuring out like which path feels most aligned for you when it comes to carrying out that purpose. Which path really sets your soul on fire? Which one are you passionate about? Which one literally makes you feel like you're remembering why you came here? Which are the things that make you feel so excited about carrying out that purpose, you know? And I think that is definitely something that more of us need to listen to, because we're all called to have happy experiences and we're all called to enjoy our lives, and I think a lot of us actually don't, and it's unfortunate, but it doesn't have to be that way forever too. And I'm telling you that in case you're one of those people right now where you're really like not enjoying your life. Like that's okay. It's okay. You're doing great, and keep trying your best, you know. Things will become more clear to you the more that you ask those questions too. I've noticed that, like asking yourself, like, what am I here to do? Because when you do that, it's almost like you're kind of activating something within your soul where you're like, okay, like I'm here and I'm fully ready to discover these answers. I'm fully ready to listen to you, higher self, what you have to say to me, what things actually feel aligned. And if you're struggling with really discovering your purpose, if you're wanting to find more things that are aligned with you in your life, guys, I'm totally here to help you. Just reach out to me. I'd love to give coaching to any of you who really are in need of it, because that is part of my purpose in this world, is to show up and do this kind of work. And that's the other thing I wanted to leave you with today, guys, is that, you know, it's okay to feel like you have more than one purpose. Like that's totally all right. And actually, if you are somebody who resonates a lot with the things that I've been saying, or somebody who resonates a lot with this idea of being a light worker, a pure light energy in this world that's here to help people, you probably aren't going to have one thing that you're just supposed to do. You probably have like a couple of things. I mean, like, think about all of the cool people in this world who have been in multiple different career paths, or they've just been people who have really drastically different experiences. And I think it's a real shame that in today's time, you know, people really feel like they're failures if they're not committed to just one single thing. They're committed to doing a couple of things that really make them feel alive. And if you're one of those people, like, I want you to know, like, that is so amazing that there are so many different things that you feel called to. Like, I think it's amazing that you have all these gifts and talents that you're able to use in creative ways in so many different fields to help other people, Lord. You've just lived a life that's very different than how a lot of people live their lives. That's so amazing, and I want you guys to take pride in that journey. Take pride in those things that you've gone through that have gotten to where you are right now, that have gotten you there, because those things are totally going to help so many other people in the world, and they're helpful just for you. Like, this, everyone's journey is meant to be something that's different and unique, and I don't want any of you to try and throw your uniqueness away just because you feel like it doesn't fit in with how other people's lives journeys have looked up until this point. And so that's all I have for you guys. if you want to hear more about like these kind of purpose elements and things like that, I actually have an episode on my podcast, All for the Dreamers. You can listen to it on Apple Podcasts, guys, where I talk more about purpose and some of the misconceptions around that to kind of help you on your journey of aligning with your purposes for this life. And guys, as well, again, like if you need that help, just reach out to me. It's no problem. Share this video, guys, with someone who needs it. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks, guys. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day.